welcome back to Moonstone Crafts and welcome back to a kitting up video. I haven't done one in like a very long time, so I thought why not. I'm planning to do quiz from DIY Moonshop as my next round painting before I start my big Mother Days gift. So I'm gonna kit it up right now. I've already figured out how my thing is gonna work, what I'm gonna do. I mean, which color is going in which container. Of course we have the walking legends. I actually copied this with my copy machine. So now I have a paper one that I'm gonna use to cut up and put on the containers. So you're gonna see how I'm gonna do that. I also plan on using my 819 round diamonds from DP with Sparklers. So I'm excited about that. I already figured out where I'm gonna use it. Or at least I think I figured it out. Maybe I'll change, but it's gonna be one of these two colors that are here. So 224 or 225. But that's one that I'm gonna keep close. So yeah, but that's gonna be just not gonna be in the kitting up video for the rest of it. So I have my tray ready to, you know, pour some out because these are in the baggies. I can pour them right into my container. I have to figure out what works best for the framing here, but we'll see. While I'm doing this, of course, we'll have a little bit of a whip and chat, kind of. That's why I call this a kit up and chat. First, I want to do some just some updates on my life. Some things have changed, not much. But before I do that, let's get into this kitting up. This is DMC 152. So what I'm gonna do is cut this off of my paper legend that I copied. And what I do next is get my tape. Because this is a bigger container, I'll just put one tape on here. Just one regular tape. But if it's a smaller container, which is gonna be a lot in here, I will cut the tape in half. So I'm just putting it on my finger, putting the tape over it, and then I'll put it exactly on the washi tape so it comes off nice and easy afterwards. And that works. I have done that before with my Evermoment custom and I got it up pretty easy and it didn't leave any residue. So now we have this container. I'll open it up, put it in this tray. That's how I'm gonna do it. Cut the bag open and then I'll just pour it in, and if anything goes you know, around it, it will fall in the tray. So it's gonna be easy. And I'm just gonna put it down the floor, the plastic, so I can clean it up after I'm done. So that's the first color in its container. So, live talk. Last time I spoke to you guys, I think I've talked about that my contract was almost up with my work. It's almost been 7 months. It's been exactly 6 months this Sunday that I'm recording this. It's Sunday the 14th of March. So it's been 6 months. It's almost 7 months because I had 1 month of proof before. So, but I had my talk. Oh, this is a bit short. That's not what I wanted. I'm sorry. I'm doing this out of shot as well. So if you need half of it, I'm just kinda, you know, cut it through half. This one might be a bit too long, but we'll see. Better it's a bit too long, and I'm gonna keep this other one over here for my next one, and then I'll just put it on my palm again. But I had my contract talks with my work last Thursday. So the 11th, I think. Yes, the 11th of March. And they offered me another year of a contract. So I have another year to work for this company. They were satisfied enough to keep me around, so I'm happy for that. It's my first job, as I talked about before. So I'm really happy that, you know, I'm gonna be stable and I still have a job after next month for another year. Which also means that, oh, there's still some left in here. Which also means that I might be able to go search for my own place. Because that's one of my big goals this year, is to get my own place, settle down, you know, live on my own for the first time in my life. And move out with my parents. So I'm happy I can move forward with that. It's not going to be easy to find a place that's affordable enough with my pay, because I did actually ask about my pay, if I could get a pay raise, you know, with a new contract. I thought maybe you can get, you know, a little bit more, and that will be nice, because I might need a little bit more if I want to find a place to live. But they were like saying, we normally only do that in December, with the talks that you have to see how everything is going. Then they decide if you get a pay raise. And I was like, great, it's March. December is so far away. So it's that was a bit annoying that they said, like, you know, we'll only do pay raises in December. Because it's just been December, but whatever. She did say that we get a little bit of 2% higher pay because of just the kind of business we're working in. Every business that works in that, I don't know how to call it, but everyone that works in a kind of business like me gets this 2% raise. So it's like a country-wide thing. So it has nothing to do with my own company doing it. So yeah, a bit disappointed about that, because it's gonna be harder to find a place of my own, but I'm not giving up, and I'm ready to, you know, get there. And I'm excited that that my job got how do you say it? Expanded, I guess. Yeah, that I got another year at the job. So that's good. I need another. I need to cut another one in half. So I'm really excited about that. It's a good news. I'm happy. It means that I just, you know, get to work for another year. And I do enjoy the job and everything, and we have enough projects going on that we always stay busy, so that's good. So it was, of course, totally my intention as well to stay around if they would have me. So that's good news. I'm happy, they are happy enough to keep me on. It's just sad that my raise, you know, will only be in December, my pay raise. But I hope before that I have found a place of my own. Even if it's just for 1 year, I really want to achieve that goal this year, if I can. So yeah, that's gonna be another adventure that I can go on next in my life, in the next chapter. This just gives me extra security, so that's nice. So that's the big news, I guess. I'm not sure if I have any other news. I've been working on my TSA, Trash Studios Art, painting, my square one. It's okay. It's not my favorite type of squares. They're not my favorites, I have to admit. Like Every Moment, Home Fun, I had better ones. And it's sad, but it's still not the worst. I still like the effects. You just don't have to take a close-up of it too much, because you can see some gapping and stuff like that. So we have some 310 in this painting. That's my next. It has 2 bags. So yeah, that's what I'm working on now. Made some good progress this weekend. Hope to make some more tonight. But we'll see. I just wanted to start something else as well, so I was planning to get this up, and I was like, let's do this on Sunday so I can post this on Wednesday. So when you see this, it will be Wednesday. That's maybe something happens in the meantime in the next couple of days, but that's gonna be it. Talking about work, I've actually been working from home since I started this job. Well, not exactly since I started, but I've been 2 to 3 to 4 weeks, I don't know exactly, maybe 1 month at work before we all went home again because of lockdown here in the Netherlands, because of course the pandemic. So I've been working from home for a very long time, and they just started to see if we can come back to work again, you know, be in the office again. Me and my direct colleague are gonna try that for once a week, because it's still advised by the government to work as much as you can from home. But my workplace, my boss and everyone really wants us to come back a bit more, to stay in touch. And I understand. So we'll go to work once a week, every week, of course, on the Wednesday. So on Wednesdays I'm gonna go to the office. I've done it twice already and I've been exhausted. I don't know why, but it takes so much more of my energy to be actually at the workplace, because I'm so used to being at home. But for some reason, being at the workplace really takes a lot of my energy. So yeah, I've been exhausted and not been able to diamond paint on those days that I've been to work in the evenings. The last time I went was when I had my contract talks, of course. So it was on a Thursday instead of a Wednesday because I had the contract talks. So I skipped around the day. This goes here. But I was so tired, you guys. I got home, I had some dinner, I went to lay down on the couch and I was gone. And when I went upstairs to go to my bed, I was gone again. And I just slept all evening and all night. And the next day I felt so much more energized. I was like, I really needed this. I just was so tired. I really was very tired. But that's what I mean, like, I might be a little bit less active on those from now on Wednesdays online, and I know my upload day is on Wednesday on YouTube, so that's also why I want to plan ahead of time so I can upload this already, so that I don't have to do that on Wednesday night. But at least on Instagram I don't think I will be active a lot on Wednesdays, because yeah, it takes a lot of my energy, and you know, you just need to rest. So that's something I wanted to mention. So we're going back to work once a week at the office. Like, of course I'll work full time, so I work all the other days from home. still. But let's get into some story time, because I was thinking about this not this long ago, and I always think about these kind of stories, or what I'm gonna tell in these whipping chats when I'm in the shower. I don't know if any of you guys have that, but I'm totally someone that in the shower thinks of everything. I don't know why, I just do. Every time I'm in the shower, I think of things, and I talk to myself in the shower. Like I'm talking to my camera right now, but I'll do that in the shower as well, even though there's no camera on or anything. I don't know, I'll just do that. And then I'll think of these stories and tell them already when I'm not recording. And then every time I record the story in real life in front of a camera, it doesn't sound so great. It totally doesn't become what I was telling in the story in the shower, and it sounded so much better in that version. But oh well, it's fine. But this is also one of the stories that I thought about in the shower maybe 1 week ago or longer ago, but something like that. And I thought, well, I can tell such a story soon, and when I'm gonna, kid up or kid down or something like that. So here it goes. This is my story time, and this time I did one story time before, just a small plug about vacations. I'll link it up, but this time it's gonna be about the dentist. It's gonna be opening up a lot. It's gonna be painful, because it's my past. Sometimes I still have trouble, but I wanted to open up about this personal story, because I feel like a lot of people might have the same. And I want to share this story before I get really, really big, if I do. Just to a smaller audience that really watches these videos, as far in as I'm already as well. Because I think you're the real, true followers. And if I'm really big, I'm not sure. Or if I'm growing bigger. If I'm growing bigger, I'm not sure if I will be able to... if I have the nerve to still tell this story. Because, as I said before, it's not easy. It's, but I think it's important. So let's stop stumbling and just start the story. So, ever since I was little, I was a bit scared of the dentist. I don't know how, I don't know why, I just was. And when I was very little, we had this creepy dentist, which probably he wasn't really creepy, but I found him creepy. And to understand that, you might have to understand that I found a lot of men creepy when I was younger. I don't know why, I just did. I didn't like men. And especially not these weird looking men. I thought they were weird looking. They probably aren't. That's just how I was when I was younger. I still am a bit. And my dad is a bit weird. And he's always friends with these weird looking people, how I see them. I think they're weird looking. They're scary. I don't like to... to talk to them or to have to do anything with these kind of men. And my dad has a lot of friends of his that look like that, that fit that description for me, even when I was younger. So Maybe that's where it comes from, because I didn't like all these men that my dad, was friends with. I don't know. But at least I thought this dentist fit the description. He was trying to be very kid-friendly and nice and make everything fun. I thought it was creepy. I didn't like him. I really didn't like it, so I didn't like to go to the dentist at all, because I didn't like this man. That was our dentist. Everything was fine most of the times. I don't know how old I was, but at some stage I had a hole in my teeth. It was still my child teeth, so like the ones you have to switch out for the like adult teeth. I don't know how you call it in English. Like we have the milk teeth. That's how it's called here. But at least I had one hole in my tooth. And because it was my child teeth, it didn't really have to be fixed, but he did it anyway. So I had to go to the dentist to get this hole, filled in again. Yeah, no fun. I was laying on my mother on the chair, like she was underneath me. I was on top of her because I was so scared. I had my little bunny stuffed animal with me. It didn't work though. I was still so scared. I didn't like to open my mouth because, I was like, I'm not gonna let you in there. I think he did eventually fix it, but I remember not being happy about it and not really liking it at all. But yeah. He did it. It made a lot of noise. I didn't like it, but he did it and it worked out. When I was a bit older, I don't even know how old I was when this all happened, but a few years later, I guess, or maybe just a couple of years later, my dentist got ill. I'm sad about that, of course. I wasn't really sad about it, but because I found him creepy, I was like, okay, that's not too bad, but for now, looking back at it, it's sad, of course. I think he had some sort of cancer, so of course that's not nice. I think he eventually died from it, and it was sad, of course. But to get back to the story, he died, so we had to get a new dentist. My parents, of course, looked for a new dentist because I was still a child, so they get to decide where we're going as a family to the new dentist. And of course they had the old dentist had already arranged that some new dentist would take over his clients. My parents were like, okay, so we just switched to this new dentist. Before I get to that part of the story, you have to know something about me. I'm not the most hygienic person. I'm not really ashamed of it. I don't like cleaning, I guess, myself up. When I was younger already, I didn't feel the need to shower every day. I didn't feel the need to brush my teeth every day. So we never really did brush our teeth twice a day anyway. My parents never really had that in them. In their register, they don't do it themselves either, so we never really did that. But they made us brush our teeth at night, of course, before we went to bed. I didn't like that at all. I don't know. I am just lazy as it comes to hygienic purposes for yourself. I'm just lazy. I'm still a bit. I became better, but when I was younger, I really was lazy. I was like, why do I have to, brush my teeth every night? I didn't see the negatives about it. I was like, I don't really like to. I just want to go to sleep. I was tired already or something like that. Or I was like, God, this extra work to brush your teeth. I was naive. I was like, people from back in the day, like very long times ago, didn't brush their teeth either. They survived. Of course, I didn't realize that they may have had to suffer from that because they didn't brush their teeth. And that, of course, it was invented for a reason. But back then, when I was young, of course, you don't think about that. And my mom tried to warn me. She tried to say, like, I did this as well when I was a kid. It didn't work out very nice. She tried many times, but she couldn't get through to me. And she gave up, of course, eventually, because I have a strong will. If I don't want to do something, I'm not gonna do it. Especially when I was younger. So she gave up eventually, and I stopped brushing my teeth at night. And I know that's gross. But I was a kid and I just did what I thought was nice, you know. I didn't have to do it. Just nice. I thought, at least. I know better now, but I was just lazy. I didn't want to do it. So at the moment that we got a new dentist, I wasn't brushing my teeth all that well. So I got a bit scared to go to the dentist because, for once, that reason. I was scared they were gonna find something in my mouth that was not correct because I didn't brush as much as I used to. At that point, it wasn't too bad though. I think I would have been fine, but I was scared already. So when we had the appointment with my new dentist, or let's say our new dentist, I was scared, and they almost couldn't get me out of the car on the parking lot when we were there. I was crying, I was screaming, I didn't want to go to the dentist. I don't know how I got to that point, but when I'm gone, when I'm in that kind of state, it's hard to get me out of it. I almost can't do it myself. Of course, my parents were like embarrassed and not happy about it, but they did get me inside of the dentist office. I think we even went in. This is a bit of a blur for me because, as I was saying, I was stressed out so much. I was still young as well. It's been many years ago, but yeah, it was no fun. What I remember of it is, being in the chair. And I think the dentist that was doing it could only let me open my mouth because he was saying he wasn't gonna do anything, just take a very quick look. He did. And then I had to go again. And we had, of course, to make a new appointment because he couldn't do anything. Because that was the appointment. It was to check up, of course, to, be registered by the new dentist and see if everything was fine. It was just a regular checkup. There was nothing to be done. But I was just so scared and I didn't want to, get through it. And the dentist understood that he couldn't do anything about it either because I was already so far gone with my stress and everything. But after that, I have to admit, I never went back. And because they didn't really had registered me at this new dentist because the first appointment was literally nothing. He didn't do anything. They didn't register me there, so they didn't really gave me another invite or anything. I was not even in their systems anymore, so they totally forgot about me. And I was fine with it, of course, because I didn't want to go. Of course, my mother kept trying, but, as I said before, I was stubborn. I'm strong-willed, so if I say it's gonna go that way, it's gonna go that way. I'm a bad person in that perspective. But yeah. So, long story short, we got to the point that I stopped brushing my teeth and I stopped going to the dentist. That's a killing thing, you know. That's not a good combination. Let's say that, a killing combination. That's not good. Not good at all. But yeah, I was scared of the dentist because I didn't brush my teeth. So it was a combination. It was like, how do you say that? I don't know. It was evolving to more and more not brushing my teeth. And I have to say, and I was ashamed of this for a long time. But I think there's more people that have gone through this. Maybe not you guys that are watching me now right now. But there's more people that probably have gone through this. That are, as a kid, were stubborn. I'm like, I don't have to brush my teeth. And then they got scared of the dentist because they didn't brush their teeth. And you get into this cycle of, you know, okay, not brushing because nothing is happening. You don't feel like, at least I didn't feel like my teeth were dirty. Nothing happened in my mouth for many years. Everything felt fine. I was like, why should I even brush if everything is going well? Of course, that changed eventually. Yeah, eventually it did turn around and I did start feeling stuff in my mouth and it didn't go well. Yeah, no fun. I'm thinking in 2018 I started feeling stuff, and I think at the end of 2018 I started brushing my teeth again. I think even in December or something, or January 2019, I don't know, somewhere in 2019, 2018, 2019. I started brushing again. I even started brushing twice a day. But I just decided, like, to start again. I had this thing in my head. Let's try for 1 week, first of all, to see if I can get it, you know? Just every night, brush my teeth for 1 week. That worked out. I was like, okay, let's go for 2 weeks. Let's go for, and so I went on, and eventually I didn't stop anymore. And I started doing twice a day, as I said before. So I did this because I felt things in my mouth that weren't feeling very nice. So it did change. And at the left top, seeing it from yourself, left top, somewhere in my teeth, it really hurt. And it got only worse. Even though I brushed my teeth every day, twice a day at one time, it didn't go away. At that point, I felt like, okay, it's getting worse. I remember specifically being on vacation in Belgium in the summer of 2019 with my parents. And every night after dinner, it could be hell. It could be hell because I was in extreme pain after dinner. Sometimes the whole night. Sometimes it hurt so bad that I had to cry. It was terribly painful. I had to take painkillers like almost every day. Sometimes it did go well, sometimes it didn't. So yeah, that was no fun. And most of the times when I had that, I had to go brush my teeth immediately. And, you know, that would relieve the pain for a bit. That really would. I would brush that specific spot that was hurtful for like 2 minutes on its own. And then it would work. Most of the times. But, you know, that's not a solution because it came back every night or even sometimes through the day. So if you drank something with bubbles or stuff like that, like soda, it would also hurt. So, or something cold, something warm. It was really not the best time. And I remember that's vacation, being specific to that and being in pain a lot. And at that time, I think at that vacation, I also, you know, talked to my mom and everything. And I was like, I really need to find a dentist. And I don't want to go back to the one that, you know, I've been with, or at least my parents were with, and my sister, that my old dentist set up for me, because, you know, I was a bit ashamed of how I behaved before, and I was like, you know, it's a bit weird going back there after so many years not being there. And the second reason was that I wanted to find a dentist that could, you know, that specified, I don't know if I said that correct, in people that are afraid of the dentist. You know, you have specific dentists that could help with that know that people are afraid and are a bit more careful, you know, with those kind of people. And I was like, I haven't been to the dentist for a long time, so I'm gonna be afraid anyway. And especially now that I know something is wrong, I'm gonna be even more afraid, because I'm not sure what's gone wrong and if I'm gonna like that. So yeah. So I think in August I found one in my neighborhood that I thought, okay, it will be fine. I didn't want to call because I'm not really I don't really like calling. I know a lot of other people also have that. I don't like calling. I like texting and stuff like that, or even emailing. And they had this email thing on their site that you can send an email for, you know, for new customers. So I did, but they still called me. But that was fine. They call me. I feel better with that. Also, this is in a little baggie, which is very interesting. There's a few colors that are already bagged. So I did the email thing and they called me back and they made an appointment. It was somewhere in September, I think beginning of September or even the ending of August in 2019. I was really scared. I got my mother, of course. She was very happy that I went to a dentist again. She knew how much pain I was, especially after she's seen it on the vacation. So she was happy to go with me because I was so afraid. I didn't want to drive there because, you know, the nerves and everything. So she would drive me there. She would stay in the waiting room until I was done. Man, the nerves were so high when I got to that point. I was like, why am I doing this? I know why I'm doing this, but I don't like it right now. The nerves, you guys, the nerves. I had to go to the bathroom every time. At least my bladder let me think that I had to go to the bathroom every time. It was horrible. But I went in. I went to this dentist. He looked nice and everything. I just said immediately, I'm a bit afraid. I'm scared. But I didn't say that I haven't been to, well, that I hadn't brushed my teeth for a very long time. Because at that point I was brushing my teeth for like maybe a year already again. So I was like, I'm over that. He doesn't need to know that. You will see it himself, the state of my, you know, my teeth and everything. So I didn't tell him that, and he was just gonna look, because it was just a checkup, so nothing else would happen. He said, you know, you can lift your hand in the chair if anything, if you feel anything or you don't like anything, and we'll just stop immediately. So that was very nice. He gave me a very good feeling right from the first time that I've met him and have been in a chair. I did decide that I didn't want to keep my eyes open when he was, you know, hanging over me, looking at my mouth. I didn't want to see anything. Just to keep myself comfort, I would just open my mouth and close my eyes at the same time. I have been doing that for many years now. Well, ever since I got there the first time. Just my most recent visit, I kept them open all appointment, and I was very proud of myself because that was the first time. But back to that first time. He just checked everything. Of course, he saw a lot of holes in my teeth. As I said before, I haven't been... I'm doing this wrong. Sorry. I just had an error there in my mind. I was like, huh? How? This is not 939. But, yeah. There was a lot of holes in my teeth, and then of course he came to the part where I was having pain. And he just saw that it was wrong there, of course. I had felt it, so I knew something was wrong there. He saw that there was something wrong there. The hole that was in my tooth there was gone through to my nerves, or to my roots. So they had to take the nerves out. And that means a root canal treatment. I think that's how you call it in English. Yeah. That really did scare me when he said that. Because that's a scary treatment. You hear a lot of horror stories about that. Yeah. It really kind of scared me. Now we get to 939. It has 3 bags. So that's most of the background, I think. But yeah, I got a bit concerned about the idea of a root canal treatment. But I needed it to get better. And he was immediately like, when I said like, oh, that sounds scary, he was like, it doesn't have to be, we will of course, get you anesthesia, so you won't feel a thing. You won't feel a thing. Everything is gonna be fine. And I was like, well, I have to go through with it anyway, because at the moment, it's not going fine. I'm having pain. So I'll have to fix it, because I can't live with this pain. This pain was getting so painful that I couldn't live with it. Ooh, I'm not sure if another bag of this is gonna fit in. I'm just gonna try. Just have to focus on this color right now. Maybe just one and I keep another one. No, I think the other one can go in there as well. So, but he also saw that the hole on the bottom left side that I had in my teeth also was getting near the root. So it was possible that they had to do the same treatment there, but they had to see. But first of all, oh my god, look at this. This was in there. That's crazy. That's so big. Oh god. But he couldn't really see that yet until he got to that part, and he had to fix, of course, the god, I don't know how to say it anymore. The top part first, like the top part of my mouth, the one that was aching at the moment, that was really causing my pain. We had to do that first. We had to fix that because that was priority number 1. It was not going well, so he was like, we'll do that first. You have to have 2 appointments for that. Because there's like 2 treatments. The first one, they, you know, get it ready, and the second one, they place the replacement tooth that's going over it. or something like that. Yeah, I think that's it. Can't remember exactly, but at least I had to have 2 treatments, which were all both gonna be long. He said that immediately. He said they were gonna be long. So yeah, I was not looking forward to that, of course. And then after that, he would also make 2 appointments. Yeah, you know, it's already 4 appointments. To check all the other holes in my other tooth and check the one that he wasn't sure about, if that one was already too far gone as well. But he would do that after the other appointments. So I had like 4 more appointments, and I think they were all around September, October. Because the appointment for the root canal thing, there had to be 2 weeks in between. But yeah, it was a busy month with the dentist. But what we can learn from this is that it did hurt my teeth, and I had to have this big operation, which of course sounds very scary. So yeah, it didn't work out what I thought as a child. It didn't work out. It just made it worse. I'm just gonna pause for a second. Sorry about that. I just had to get a quick drink. But yeah, let's go back to the first appointment after my checkup, which was actually the root canal thing. You can imagine me being even scarier for the checkup, for the root canal thing than for the checkup, because as I said before, there were a lot of horror stories going on about this kind of treatment. You could have a lot of pain from it. At least I was happy that they had the anesthesia and he would do that to me, so I couldn't feel a thing during. I was just scared of the pain afterwards as well. But I couldn't do anything else. I had to go through it because I wanted to get rid of the pain in my mouth at the moment. So yeah, it was a long treatment. They had to put the anesthesia in with of course with a needle. I don't like needles, especially not if they're in your mouth, but as I said before, I closed my eyes all the time. I was actually shaking that chair so much the first time, I remember that. Just having happy thoughts about horses and stuff, riding a horse, you know, thinking about all those stuff, all those things, keeping happy thoughts while he was doing that. So we waited like half a minute, I think, before he got on to see if the anesthesia worked. He started working on it, and I was still feeling something. I was like, is this okay? And I was just about to raise my hand to let him know that, you know, it wasn't feeling very nice, when he already stopped, because he already noticed that I was squinting with my eyes or something, I think. That it wasn't working. So he put some more anesthesia in there, and you know what the best thing about that is? That it's already partially numb because of the first anesthesia, so you don't feel the needle anymore. You don't feel a thing. That was such a nice feeling, like not feeling anything. That was great. So he did that, and we waited a little bit longer, and when he got back into it, I did not feel anything. I could not feel anything, and it was the best thing ever. I remember just being like, this isn't too bad. I don't feel what he's doing. It sounds terrible, but I don't feel it. And that was a relief. of course, it was also a relief to know that this pain would go away that I had experienced for more over a year already when this procedure was going on. So yeah, that was great. I think it was about an hour in the chair. I don't think they're comfortable chairs at all, so I was a bit in a bit of discomfort at the end, laying there. But you know, everything went well. He was like, the next couple of days you can feel stuff. If it really hurts too bad, you can come back or call, and we'll, you know, see if anything is wrong, or we can give you some medicine or anything. Of course, first of all, the anesthesia had to work out, and I was so nervous about what I was gonna feel when this anesthesia was done. You know, I was interested to know what the hell am I gonna feel. Am I gonna feel anything? And you know what? I'm one of the luckiest persons, because I hadn't had anything bad happen after that. I didn't feel anything. Nothing changed except that I didn't have the pain anymore that I had before. So it was great. I had a great 2 weeks. Nothing bad happens. I did feel when you brushed over it with your toothbrush, it did hurt. I do have to say that. There was a lid. Every time you put pressure on it, it did hurt. But that was all. So I was very pleased with that. So I came back 2 weeks later. Everything was fine, and he could, you know, put the new tooth over it that they had made. It's very nice, of course. So then he dropped the bombshell on me. Like, in a year's time, you need to actually get the one that's gonna be in there for like a long time, like the newer tooth, and that's gonna cost a lot of money. So I was like, oh, okay. So he already warned me for that, and I think that's good, because I could change my insurance on my dentist to a higher amount so that I could pay for it, or let's say pay less for it myself and let the insurance take care of the cost. So that was great on that respect. But after he did that, I had to come back, of course, still for the other holes in my mouth. I think maybe there was a month in between, so he could give me a little bit of a break, because, you know, it's a lot to get back into a dentist and go to it every other week or something. So I think there was a month in between, and we got back to the other holes, and he fixed them. And I think that was even more painful, or more, you know, not nice to go through than the root canal thing. I didn't like that one as much as the root canal thing. I don't know, and that's weird. But there were so many holes, and it were very long appointments because of that. So yeah, they fixed that, and they, of course, had to check out the left bottom one that they were scared that was also too deep, so that I had to have another root canal thing. But they found out that it wasn't too far gone yet, so they could just save it by doing the normal treatment of filling in the hole. So that was great. So I have a lot of fillings in my mouth right now. But he fixed everything, and that was great. He fixed everything, and I was done. I had to come back in half a year. Thing about that is, it was 2020 after that. And we all know what happened in 2020. The world stopped. So when it was time to go to the dentist again, I think I actually had the follow-up appointment for my root canal thing, to get the real tooth in there or something. I can't remember exactly what the procedure was, but that was actually somewhere in March 2020 or something, like a year ago or something. I don't know, remember. But at least I went in for that. They fixed that. It was another long appointment. But now I'm done for a little bit with that side of my mouth. It's finally fixed, but you know, that's what I got for not brushing my teeth for many years and not going to the dentist for many years. You know, it took a long time to get it fixed again. But at least after the first treatment of the root canal, the pain was gone, so that's cool. But it took a lot of money and, you know, time to fix it again. So that was bad. I'm happy that so I went to that appointment and everything was done, and then I think a couple of weeks after that appointment I got like a reminder that I had to go for my half-year checkup. Like every half a year we have a checkup with the dentist here. And I was like, I've just been there and it's a pandemic, in the middle of the pandemic. Like I was like, nah. I'll just go after summer, like at the end of summer, like in August or September somewhere, for the regular checkup. So I did that. I made an appointment somewhere at the end of 2020 because, you know, the world had changed again. The dentist did open up because they have been closed for a little bit with the first lockdown and everything. So, but they were open up. I had to wear a mask and everything was different than before. But he did check and everything was right. He did say that I was maybe, I don't know how you call that in English. Crushing my teeth, I guess, against each other. So that it was breaking off a bit of my teeth. I didn't know that I did that. But ever since he said that, I notice when I do it, so I can stop it. So that's good. But he was like, you can maybe think about if you want to get braces or something for just the night. Because maybe you do it at night. Just think about that. And that's where he left me off with. And yeah, that's the last time I've been to the dentist. And that's also the time that I said, like I said before, that I had my eyes open the whole time. I still have the same dentist. I'm very happy with him. He's very patient. You know, he knows everything, of course, since I've come to him about my teeth and everything. So I feel comfortable with him. And, you know, I'm happy that I overcame my fear of the dentist because I didn't brush my teeth. And, you know, that I got it fixed. That I got the realization myself, even though it was way too late, that you do have to brush your teeth. And that, you know, you can spare yourself a lot of misery that way. Oh, this is already the next one. So yeah, I think I'm gonna end the story here. I didn't complete this whole kit up. But, you know, it's been a long time already. This video is gonna be long enough already. So I'll finish off the rest just by myself without filming it. But I want to thank you all for watching and listening, especially to this story. It's a pretty big part of my life that I just shared with you. And also a bit of a part of my life that I'm not very proud of. So it's, as I said at the beginning, before I started this story, it's quite something that I share this story with you guys, but I think it's important. I don't know if any of you guys had any of these experiences before as a kid, that you didn't want to brush your teeth. Maybe you guys don't have that problem. I did, and I just wanted to share that, and you know, share my experiences. I just want to let you know that it will get better again if you let yourself, you know, get better again. And it's gonna take some time to realize that with some people, like with me. But, you know, nothing is lost until you give up yourself. And I did give up for a long time, but I got I got better again. And now I'm brushing my teeth every day. I'm not doing it twice a day anymore. I gave up on that because I'm still lazy. I didn't change in that aspect. I can't change myself too much in that aspect. And I come to accept that in the term that I just brush my teeth once a day. And that's fine. Because my teeth were fine the last time I checked up. So as long as it stays that way, I can do that. And, you know, we can all be happy. So thank you all for listening to the story. It's been a long one. I hope you enjoyed me rambling about it. I just wanted to share it. And that's gonna be it. So thank you all for watching and listening. And we'll see you the next time. Bye!